Well, after going through, several years where our fans have expressed various requests about the fan experience, what they see in other facilities, what they like to see here at Oklahoma, we've had that as an item to keep in and or under conversation. And so that's what we've done. We brought it forward a year ago with some studies. There was some more discussion. Last fall it was presented to the board. The approach at that time was to go forward with an experimental process, a pilot program, if you will, and be able to introduce it at all of our facilities outside of football. We were so far into the season when we approved this last fall that it was too cumbersome to try to roll it out for the last couple of games anyway. But it allowed us to use all of our other venues to experiment, to see what consumer behavior was, interest, how people would react, and use that kind of data to bring forward to discuss in whether or not we're going to recommend bringing it to football.
Sure.
So all that process took place. The agenda was developed. The proposal was made this morning and approved. And so we will be offering beer throughout the stadium starting this fall.
What have you heard from fans as far as just their reaction to being able to do that?
Well, sometimes I think this is being taken out of context. It's not something we have to do. It's not something that is bigger than the event itself. It's a fan amenity. It's part of the fan experience. And for those people who are interested in buying a beer while they're at a game, this will offer them the chance to do that. We don't expect the large percentage of the fans in the stadium to buy a beer or consume alcohol. What we have offered this now is an opportunity for those that want it. And our early experience has been really just watching people maybe purchase one for the whole event, and that's it. So sure, there'll be sales figures, and sure, there's some net revenue that will accrue to the athletic department, but that is not at all the reason we've brought this forward. We're just trying to make sure that our fans feel like they can enjoy the experience at our venues like anywhere else, nationally as well as within the state, because all the other sports venues in this state that have college or pro sports offer the same amenity.
That said, I have to ask, have you seen revenue from it, or is it just kind of early on stage?
Oh, well, sure. We're good business people. But it's not been that much. The net revenue has been probably less than $80,000 from all of the sales through our venues to date.
Do you see this going forward as something that'll be on a year-by-year basis, or is it going forward, you will have alcohol at sporting events?
Well, the plan is to move forward this year, see how it goes, and we anticipate it will be ongoing. It's not something we're going to bring back every year for request for approval. This is approval, to make it permanent. Now, having said that, you heard the president talk about all the plans, the protocols, the practices, the designated driver programs, the alcohol management programs that we have in place around the sales and consumption of alcohol, fan behavior. The data that we've collected from other schools, as an example, have been really positive in the fan behavior. It's actually proven to reduce the number of incidents that they've had in games prior to the time they started selling alcohol. Perhaps one of the main reasons is because those fans that are interested in consuming an alcoholic beverage don't have to do it on a binge basis before they walk into the stadium. They can decide to purchase one if they want when they come in. So that data is not exclusive to college. That data is consistent throughout professional ranks. Having said that, it's still important for us to have the alcohol management policy in place, which we've already put forward in this experimental period of time, and then we'll implement it with football.